Okay, road trip video. Hey, this is an ugly side of nursing video. Bugs. You will encounter bugs of all shapes, sorts, genus, phylum, whatever you know. It's gonna be out there. My most recent run-in was with bed bugs again. It's an old enemy of mine. So you're gonna have patients that are admitted with bed bugs actually on them, infested with it, and that's for whatever reason. Because I mean, you know, you're gonna get lice, you're gonna get fleas, you're gonna get ringworm. Besides the real microscopic bugs of like MRSA, you know, VRE bugs, you know, monkeypox or whatever, you know, you got COVID, whatever, you're gonna get precautions. I'm surprised it's not biological precautions. At least in my facility, my organization, they don't have that. And it's probably something they should start putting up, because honestly, the encounter that I had, you know, the subsequent departments that had to deal with the person in question weren't aware of it. They weren't aware of the bed bugs. And, you know, if they had lice, if they had ringworm, they, you know, maybe ringworm, because that's a diagnosis, and it's not really ringworm, it's a rash, it's, you know, whatever, but it's very contagious. You know, lice, etc. These are very contagious. I guess contagion is transmissible, because I don't think lice and bed bugs are contagious in itself, like ringworm is, but they are easily transmitted. But bed bugs is like, that is cross. That is the holy cross to us vampire nurses and all nurses. When they see it, their eyes just bug out. You know, at handoff, I was like, oh, by the way, bed bugs. It's just like the jaw, I gotta lift it up out off the cow. You know, you go close your mouth there. You might get something in your mouth. Watch out. And you know, and they're like, did you see any? Did you actually see any? I was like, I've caught them. I've actually specimen bottled them. And then I was told that, no, that's not bed bugs, despite being identified under Google imagery and, you know, taxonomy, whatever the word is. I mean, I actually have a friend who was an entomologist. So yes, mother effers, it was a bed bug. So F you. It was dead. You know, I had patients, they're like, you know, it's crawling on their skin, or it's on the table and they squished it. So, yeah, they're going to have live specimens. You're going to have this, and you're going to deal with it. How you deal with it, you got to gown up. You really got to gown up. I was wearing bunny suits, and, you know, it's the quality of the bunny suit, obviously. I prefer the ones with the hood. This time around, I did not get them, so I felt my neck very exposed. It's like it was like, you know, I'm walking into a den of vampires. My neck is profoundly exposed. You know? But try to have the right, correct PPE for the job. Don't, you know, ringworm, don't have any skin-to-skin contact. Doff inside out. You have to just protect yourself, you know. And there are other bugs, by the way, that you will encounter. Cockroaches. The bigger bugs that are really, you know, sizable. Maggots is another favorite. It looked like brain matter, to be honest, but it wasn't. It was a tumor, but it was a rotting tumor. And it's pretty maggot infested. Had a nice odor to it. You gotta clean that. You gotta wound care that, basically. But the maggots aren't infectious, I hope, and they're not transmissible, but it's not going to be a pretty sight. It's not. But so that's an ugly side of nursing. I mean, like I said, there are other, you got C. diff, you got a whole bunch of stuff that I'm not going to, you know, categorize as bugs, because they're not bugs. That's precautions. That's, you know, And I guess ringworm kind of falls under that, I guess. But I mean, it's a ringworm. It's the name of it, and it's very contact. That's contact transmissible. So it's something you really do need to be aware of and protect yourself against, and be aware that you're going to encounter in your nursing career. I can only tell you, try not to be squeamish, at least in front of the patient. That kind of sets them off a little bit, or it makes them, more riled up and embarrasses them or something like that. But at the same time, you just have to, power through and say, hey, I'm sorry, I have to dress like this because it's policy, because they're like, I don't have anything, but I'm dressing this way anyway. Just to myself, I don't want to bring that back to my children. I don't want to bring that back to my family. And you should say that to the patients. Like, well, I'm sorry, this is corporate policy, and this is what we have to do to protect our other patients, ourselves, and you, and all that, blah, blah, blah. So just be aware, there are bugs out there, and you're going to encounter your fair share. You're gonna have to wash down that homeless person and see all the nooks and crannies and everything that resides in those nooks and crannies.